What's up, everyone? I think we're live. Yo, fam, what's good? I think we are absolutely live. But let's do a sound check. I'm not really sure if. I tell you what, things do look a lot better than they've been recently. What's up, everyone? Hope you're well, and let's get on with it straight away. Well, countries buying Bitcoin, countries buying crypto. Can you hear me? What's up, bro? Finally, some green. What's up, bro? Yeah, finally some green. I think the doomsday disaster, though ever present, I think just the overreaction of the fact that we got smoked really is probably the main reason why a lot of people feel the way they do, including myself on certain alts. But I think it's a golden opportunity. I think it's a longer bull market, in my opinion. For the next 2 months, I think we'll see start of real fireworks. And of course, market manipulation. Is this the end of it? I mean, probably not. Are we out of the woods? 100% no. But this is a relief. And I did say in my earlier video today that things will eventually change. And it looks like it's happening. It's important to watch the Ethereum chart for now. Let's just go to this. Let me just turn this down a little bit. If you can hear me. All good? Sound good? Yeah, it's gonna definitely tooth, my brother. It is definitely. We've suffered together, man. Like we are battered and bruised, but I don't think we're down and out, and that's the most important thing. Just corner myself a little bit. Interesting. I think Ethereum is probably the one to watch now from here. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's have a look at the Coinbase. Let's go to Bitfinex. The 1 hour things look okay. So this is what we're likely to see with ETH. And it's only on the shorter time frame. I mean, but if you look at ETH on the daily, let's look at the 4 hours first. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, it's probably nothing at the moment, but you could clearly see a double top here. And of course, slightly oversold RSI on the 4 hourly. And if obviously, probably the next buy signal for alts, in my opinion, would be around this level here. Around that 2,500, 2,600. But listen, it's not the end of the world. And this is what you came here for. Green candles. Green candles is what it's all about, guys. It's been a while since we've seen anything like this. And I mean, ridiculous moves. Look, Sonic in the top 100, you've got Casper, absolutely rocket in there, 25%, Sonic 39%, Tau 25%, Trump token 26%. You got 20% move for Sui. Yeah, and surprisingly, of course, Ondo, RWA cooling down a little bit, which is obviously expected. But this is the, when we were talking about Sonic, I mean, I've made a video about this project, and I think it's still got way to go. But it's good to see this. It's good to see this. You may be thinking, why we pumping so hard? And of course, everybody knows that Abu Dhabi, in fact, where I'm live streaming from tonight, has bought nearly $500 million worth of Bitcoin. Absolutely staggering. And of course, and this is a case for altcoins as well, guys. So what you will see is that altcoins will do the same. When spot ETFs come, the alts will absolutely fly like this. So we'll go through the news, and everyone and their dog is just filing for a spot ETF of some kind or another. The Solana one is an interesting one to watch. And finally, somebody communicated some news from Based AI as well. We'll talk about that. But overall, this is the kind of environment where we're in right now, guys. So every green candle is a positive, and I do remain long-term bullish. I do remain macro cycle bullish. In terms of the cycle, I think this is kind of a God's gift, in my opinion, because each and every single one of you right now is a smarter, shrewder investor. And bear flag on ETH, can it go down to, it can go down to, yeah, Sin is saying that, yeah, potentially, absolutely. So look, we are battle hardened, and right now we just have to take every positive that we can. Of course, some people will be looking to take profits, and that's great. But if we look through, I'll just run you through some important news that I picked up. Tau on Kraken. This is another reason why we're pumping. The biggest banks in the world. Barclays came out, Goldman Sachs came out with a beautifully round number of, I believe they hold something like $2 billion into the spot ETFs, which is great. Based AI update, obviously, I did post this great news for Based AI. So Bear Jesus here tweeted, and it's important to pick up the small nuances on those coins that we're really down on. I do believe those that are killing us, of course, we need to pay attention to them if we're going to, obviously, at the end of the day, stay convicted. So Pepe Coin devs, and of course, Based AI in their Telegram. So he said, I spoke to a member of the labs team yesterday and had a good conversation, which is really, really good. I really wanted to bring this to the community because it's the little details that we miss out sometimes in many of the small micro caps or many of the altcoins that got hit hard. Everything got hit hard, and we'll talk about the whole thing. But so this is what he said. I spoke to a member yesterday. They have been preparing for several key updates and additions to the mainnet, which are now nearing completion. They certainly have a different approach to communication. I don't particularly love it, but this is how they prefer to be. So I do believe that for those of you holding Based AI or Pepe Coin, for anyone that's been hit really hard, especially in our community, this is pretty positive. I mean, sometimes, as they say, no news is good news, but in this particular case, more news is probably way better. So that's one thing. And then, of course, CAS now trading at the futures on the Coinbase exchange. There's several updates on Alephium, and interesting to actually look at this post from Ben Cohen. So I'll read it for you. So you have the bullish and, of course, the time frame, and I do like to balance both, kind of like a small pump we get with the overall picture of the market, and I think he does a wonderful job here. So he's just putting some perspective into it. It just gives us more buying opportunity as such. But he said, in order to get alt season, like so many people want, ETH BTC needs to bottom and start trending higher. Totally agree. As long as ETH BTC goes lower, then alt season is delayed, right? Delayed gratification. That's something that I was talking about today quite a lot. In some of the posts I did on X, and alt season occurs from a higher Bitcoin dominance level, not low Bitcoin dominance. Normally, and this is very important, normally Bitcoin dominance goes down in post-halving years. Of course, this time has been completely different. So his assumption is that dominance does end the year in the red at this point. Okay, but so far dominance has gone the opposite way. That's what we're witnessing. A lot of people make it out, make this out to be bad, or make him out to be a bad guy for talking about the devaluation of alts versus BTC for the past 3 years. That's true. He's had some absolutely hated calls, but he was ultimately right. So he's saying, he's just trying to showcase the advantages of being a Bitcoin heavy rather than altcoin heavy. Now, this point is very important to understand. Of course, he's a Bitcoin maxi. And if you're a Bitcoin maxi so far, apart from a handful of projects, you cannot argue against that thesis. Having said that, I don't think many, of course, many of us had the opportunity to trade altcoins. So it is what it is. It's all going to work itself out. But he's saying, in my view, alt versus BTC pairs are negative, probably because he's talking about himself. ETH BTC has already gone lower than I thought it would go. That's true. He doesn't really want it to go any lower. People are actually afraid of calling bearish things. And I think you can tell from Ben's tone that he's obviously been, desperately, people calling for alt season for 3 years. Now, that's not quite true, because really, ultimately, we were waiting for one final alt season. We've had these mini narrative driven pumps. And if anything, their chances of being right have gone up this year since the post-halving year, regardless of what happens. As the year goes on, I think this cycle has taught everyone a lot about market cycle dynamics. And how far do we bottom? I mean, this looks like it's pretty bottom to me. So that's just one other perspective. And then, of course, you got Telegram wallet now integrated with USDT. And then I've just been sharing other stuff here. Of course, countries buying Bitcoin, exploring. Yeah, this is incredible. So overall, in terms of in terms of the overall bullish nature of where we are, nothing has changed in the bigger picture, guys. So accumulate decent altcoins. Make sure you go for restructure the portfolio accordingly. Once you come out of some of the heat that we're feeling, all still have a long way to go to fully recover. And of course, when you have stuff like this happening, imagine what happens to the Solana ETF, to XRP ETF, and overall, I think that's going to lift some of these good altcoins. So yeah, it is definitely the time to look at your overall picture here and look at some of these movements. So if we go by the stuff that I own and the stuff that we talk about regularly in my channel, this is the order of recovery. So you have Sturdy Finance pulling up 100% move for the week. You've got Pinlink up 85%. AI16Z 15%, DEAI 41%. You got Sonic at nearly 40% for a large layer one. XLR has been plugging away. And then look at this, Tau 26%, 25% for Casper. Then, of course, we'll skip the meme coins here. Sui up 20%. And, of course, then you could see how the relative strength of some of these other altcoins is absolutely different. Now, for example, Peak has just started its unlocks in Feb. So I'm not really surprised about this 17%. Carrot's still way down there. And of course, we're waiting for the likes of Monad and Kai to come. Corporate World, 20% down. Again, small gaming project. So some of these stuff that you could see here, even the Deve, which had the enormous run from like under 20 cents to well over $1, has been obviously people have been taking profit and it's been sold off a bit. You got Alephium, really, 3% for the week, but it's quite neutral at the moment. Cubic here, what are we looking at? Cubic, $1,700 per billion. I still think it's a very bullish project there. And then you may see over the coming weeks that a strategic Bitcoin reserve token is, once they get that into law, I think that would be sell the news event for that type of thing here. And Aerodrome has been really, really sluggish, both in terms of volume, typical volume that it does. And the picture is 6 on one side and half a dozen on the other. But overall, volumes picked up slightly. Look at Say, up 13% for the week, but that has been absolutely battered. So I'd like to give you a couple of projects that I'm bullish on. And to start that off with is this bad boy here. This chart is very interesting to me for a number of reasons, but more importantly, the project itself is incredible. I think this one with 10 million tokens, I think this reploy thing will absolutely explode once we get the market going again. So I'm not adverse hunting for good cryptocurrencies at any market cap. But what I would say is we've got to be very strategic with the stuff that we buy. You got Barry Silbert that's going to pump the Tau ecosystem, the subnets, and in particular Sturdy Finance, which is primed to be the DeFi for the AI projects on the Tau subnet. So just stuff like that. Look for quality, and at some point, you would be absolutely fine. I think if we delay our overall gratification in terms of how we want to run this cycle, it's just more money for us with less mistakes. So most of the money that we're down, I genuinely believe will recover, because some of these projects that we've been buying are not necessarily bad projects, but it has been quite disappointment. I see a good question there from Rainmaker. So if you look at Gunzilla, if you look at, for example, some of the biggest anticipated launches, like your Monads, this cycle, they've been very smart. Without any fuss, they've just delayed their token generation event, and the reason why is because what kind of market, could you absolutely launch something like this? So I do believe it will be a catalyst for the entire gaming sector. And, as we go to, for example, gaming has been, there's some good tweets here. So, for example, Immutable has not done anything. Gala, Superverse has actually performed well from 2023. You've got 8beam, Pixel, XBG, Copy. Look, at the end of the day, Gunzilla will be will be the main catalyst, in my opinion. Beam's also been undervalued. I mean, just to let you know, with Beam, since I bought into Beam at the lows, it hasn't really, it hasn't fallen down that much compared to other projects. But this one is what we're waiting for. There is no exact date for the TG, and I know the reasons behind that, because they don't want to just launch in a catastrophic market. But the quality of this thing is just staggering. This will absolutely, AVAX will pump on the back of this. And of course, there are AI agents on AVAX as well. There's an AI agent launchpad on AVAX and other things like that. So yeah, I think that's going to be our catalyst. But yeah, let me start coming into your questions. Yo, big up yourself, bro. OJ in Pakistan. What city are you in, bro? Karachi, Islamabad, Lahore. This cycle is much different. Of course, 4 times as many projects. You must be sharp shooter to remain laser focused. Yeah, absolutely. I think, look, the cream always rises to the top. And I stress to people and I say, look, the most important thing in the next few months will be the selling aspect of crypto. I'm only buying right now like what I consider to be absolute gems or very, very good projects with mindshare. And especially as we bring more money into the market, I do believe that the next kind of 90 days for crypto will be absolutely insane. Could we actually see genuine selling may go away type of scenario where we come back for a second top? But I do agree with you on that. GPT, let me see. Is that Q&A 3? Yeah, let me know if it's, is this what you're looking at? GPT price? Yeah, we'll come back into this one. Oh yeah, ASI backed by Binance, Pantera, very few low cap. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Maybe this is the one you're referring to. Yeah, I'll probably have to get your confirmation of which one it is. But yeah, it's a banger. Yeah, Blender. I mean, I did a unpublished report for. Yeah, I'll come back to this one once you confirm. Supply. I mean, inflation is probably high, but I haven't checked Blender for a while. Probably not. Personally, I'm not really interested in Blender, and the reason why is because I have been in it before and I sold it. $7 million market cap. I mean, fully diluted as well. It's one of these micro cap deep in projects. I haven't been following it, if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, it's decent from what I've seen. Have they doxed themselves? Because I've left the conversation a while back. So are they doxed? Have they come out with a working product? 7 million to 70 million. What is your 10x right there? So I don't think it would be. It could do more even. So it's such a micro cap. It doesn't take a lot of money to move this. But the underlying questions initially, the noise surrounding this was that, do they have a working product? Because I know they used to build the deep in box. Deepin has actually changed post DeepSeek as well. And you've got scientific simulations. So they're kind of like, initially it was kind of like on-demand GPU with their own proprietary technology box. But there's too many of these projects around, in my opinion. You've got these guys, you've got Node AI, you've got Aether, you've got some of the more established ones. In terms of a microcap, I don't think it's, like I said, I've held this project before. But in terms of me being very bullish on this, I don't know, man. It's just way too degen right now. So yeah. There you go, bro. Yeah, finally. Yo, R9 in the building. Hope you're very well, bro. Yeah, 100%. Things are going to be very interested in the next 2 weeks, man. Yeah, I don't care about anything that pumps, bro. What's up, Sam? Hope you're doing well. Can you say something about mint layer? Yeah, sure. The best way to look at things like ML, if you look at this, right, you've got to look at the overall recovery, right? Now, of course, I'm not saying this recovery is a confirmation that these low caps have reversed, but 11% for the week. Biggest concern here is this. If you see this number here, that's your biggest concern. Okay, let's have a look at how much money it takes to move mint layer up or down. Right, so yeah, I mean, you could buy $5,000 of mint layer and impact the price positively, plus 2%. BitGet is $7,000. And of course, Gate.io is just $400. I mean, it's insane. It's incredible. If you sold $2,000 worth on Mexi, $5,000 on BitGet, and $2,600, you could actually negatively impact the price of the project by 2%. The reason I'm showing you that metric is because it is absolutely like it's a microcap at this point, right? So I don't really see anything spectacular for now. All I would say is if a whale buys, $10,000 of that will make you a whale. So that is the context you have to look at this. But I'm not adverse to seeing some of these low caps go crazy. But at the same time, I've just shown you why over the week it has recovered well, and it doesn't take a lot of money for you to to make an impact on that chart. Yo, what up, Low Key? What up, Zilla? Yeah, it's good to see the green, bro. Yep. We talked about that one there. Bro said, check out LL. Was that liquid layer? Let's have a look at LL. Yeah, project called Lightlink. Okay. Abstraction blockchain network, a layer 2 that abstracts. Okay. You see, layer 2s, I mean, imagine if we were hit with a Coinbase token. That would be absolutely insane. So this is actually enterprise mode is built on gasless. Let's see if there's any back in here. Strategic partners, Animoca brands, decent advices. You got Mehdi Farouk here as the Senior Tokenomics Advisor from Animoca Brands. Team is fully doxed. Private seed, 14%. Okay, and then of course, team has 14%. Ecosystem growth from 40%. And then liquidity 5, advice is 5, airdrop 6%. I don't think I like the design of these this tokenomics here, bro, if I'm being honest. So ecosystem fund plus team, that's 54%. Pretty much is same thing. And then you've obviously got the 5% liquidity and market making there. But the fact that obviously they've got good team behind them, good advisors. I mean, some of the people here are really, really stellar. They're very strategic partners with Animoca Brands. So what I would say is this, something like this on a layer 2 narrative, you just have to put this in your watch list. $5 million market cap, 18 million fully diluted, but there is that dilution there. So if we get a layer 2 pump with Manta and some of the other big layer 2s as well, Metis, the field is really crowded. What you're probably looking to do is, once this sell pressure, once you look at the vesting schedule, you should be able to trade this on, you know, kind of like say a 3x or a 5x on a pump, and then sell it. That would be my strategy. But yeah, it's nevertheless, you know, you've got creme de la creme back in there. Pete in the building. Got Azilla there. Bud Marvi at this level. I know gaming is not an actual narrative, but yeah, Juan Pablo, I think, look, I did buy Marvia at the very, very, very depths of the despair and you know, the disgust that we went through with it. And right now, I'm just treating it like one of these bags, you know, as an isometrical bet project that promised so much. But with the market making, I think what they've done is they've taken it back to some of the early rounds, first from 80 cents and then down to 20 cents. So yeah, if we do get a gaming narrative driven by the Godzilla release, then we could definitely see good things happening over there. What's good, Peter? How are you, brother? Do you think the run is over? Far from it. I think and I genuinely mean this from, you know, from all the things I'm reading, the people that I'm meeting in Dubai. Sometimes I meet some cats close to Binance and stuff like that. It'd be very, like, it would be crazy knowing what's going on behind the scenes, that the bull market is finishing and we've topped. Interesting, Michael Saylor obviously says that in a bull run, obviously, or in a Bitcoin will eventually go up a 50% every year on year. So when you look at that, when you look at the institutional buys, when you actually look at countries actually buying this stuff, and of course then spot ETFs, there'll be more money in the systems. The world's traditional crypto worlds will make more money, and I think they will double down in more of the altcoins as the traditional rotation happens. So it's far from it. So far we've had a very negative week with tariffs. CPI, PPI negative. We know, for example, the Fed repo is at all-time low. We know, quantitative easing is not on the horizon yet. We are pumping. There's a reason behind that. So overall, I don't think it's over. I think it can look over if you just look at the stuff that we're down on. And I think that's what makes it very difficult sometimes to open the eyes and say, let's look at this strategically. How much money does it take to move? For example, look, Corporate World right now has a volume of 140K, right? I know meme coins doing better than that, right? So, somebody's going to see that. I mean, I have been tracking some well buys there, but we have to just know the rest of the market will pick up. And again, total 3 has had a nice retest of the prior range. So yeah, it's right there, bro. Do you think guns? Yeah, we talked about that one. Yeah, Griffin is nice. I haven't actually looked at the price as of late. I mean, the whole AI agents meta has kind of died down. And if you look at this, I mean, 24 hours, everything else has been going up, but this had obviously a dump of some sort. The chart looks, yeah, chart actually doesn't look too bad. Of course, there's a massive drop from where we were, 600 million down to about $100 million market cap, or $136 million market cap. So it will pick back up at some point. But AI agents, I think for me, the main rotation will be layer ones that carry AI agents, even though this is absolutely performed well. I know some people in our community who've made a crazy amount of money from these. So yeah, it's been a decent one. We don't know the tokenomics, and of course, it says gaming tokens so far have failed due to bad tokenomics. I think the valuation will be high. You make a very good point. Based on, yeah, this is a decent project. It looks like a decent project. I think of course it's on Solana as well, which is very, very bullish. I like the market cap. The only thing is, I would say I probably need to see if that initial sell pressure has or can subside a little bit based on the airdrop as well. But it does look really, really decent. Intelligent data ecosystem, very good backing. But yeah, just further research on tokenomics. But I do like what I see. The website is absolutely tidy and neat, and yeah, other metrics seem decent as well, bro. So yeah, good shout. I'll add that to my watch list. Let's see what else is recovering here. Yeah, I mean, the stuff is just going nuts. Yeah, bro. Mantra has absolutely. I mean, surprised today it was down 6%, but that's natural because it's I saw Ondo down as well. But then if you look at this for the 6% this morning and now up 23%. It's ridiculous. It's one of these projects that, you see it down here, you don't really think about it. And this has been one of the reasons why, look, money has been absolutely flown into this. I remember this at these prices, and then before you know, boom. And there's that massive bull flag there for continuation. Yeah, this has been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. One of the projects of this cycle. If you bought into that, you're doing very well right now. Where's my mouse? What up, Mr. Gerard? Hope you well. Thoughts on SLF? I don't actually know SLF, bro, if I'm being honest. No idea what that is. Self-chain, yeah. Yeah, this is one of your favorite ones. I think we talked about this previously. But so far, I mean, this just looks like every other DJ play. Is it a layer one? Yeah, it is actually a layer one. First modular. So from a tech standpoint, I think this is what I said last time. It looks decent, but right now it's just way too quiet. I mean, it's down against BTC and everything else. It is a micro cap as a layer one, and was this a rebrand listed on Binance? You know, look at the volume in Binance. The depth is not bad at all, though. You've got to sell a decent bag in order to affect the price by 2%, and that's very, very bullish. It means, obviously, equally, whales have to buy at a decent rate to pump the price as well, but not huge at all. So, yeah, one to keep watching out for, in my opinion, as a layer one anyway. Because from from the buy pressure and sell pressure alone, I think it sits in relatively. It's not too high, and it's not degen. It's not a degen mode. So yeah, good shout, bro. Why are you bullish on Hyperliquid? Is it because you'll get an airdrop if you trade on Hyperliquid? No, I don't trade on Hyperliquid at all. If that question was directed to me, and I've never really said I was so bullish on Hyperliquid. I've talked about the liquidity and the money flow in Hyperliquid, and I've talked about the ecosystem, where what you can see is, I mean, it'd be insanity. I don't buy projects at this level of market cap anyway. But look at the chart. And don't even look at that. I mean, you have to look at the TVL. And what goes on in Hyperliquid. So if you've ever used Hyperliquid, you'll see that they've got their own AI agents. They've got their pump.fun style of ecosystem as well. So I do believe at some point money flow there will be nuts. Yeah, but yeah, you know, kind of take that back, because I'm not sitting here saying I'm so bullish on Hyperliquid. I never have. I never will be. I am bullish on the ecosystem. If you've headed over there, you will know what I'm talking about. So yeah, bit of a correction there. Should we rotate from low caps to mid caps to be safe? I think, Victor, that's a very good question. And anybody who's not risk assessing their portfolio doesn't want to make money this market. Regardless of what you're down on, you should be able to pick projects on the basis of what their main purpose is in your portfolio. At this point, we came too far in some of them, but I would say making sure that you've done your research and you're happy with the split, you know, what carries what, that type of thing. Most people maybe have 5 to 10 in terms of the ideal sweet spot for these projects. So I would say, yeah, rotation. It's not really about the market cap alone. It's more about the strength of the position that you have, regardless of the market cap. So at this rate where micro caps are beating down, so are you buying into a micro cap now? Are you holding a micro cap now that you want to transition into a mid to a large cap? I would say that is a decision you have to make, but at the moment, I would only sell on the basis of the research that I do, which means that some positions I do believe the teams are building, and some positions are just CAC. Victor, you just have to cut your losses and move on. Yeah, more pain ahead for the next 2 months. No one knows, but I don't think so. MK is really good. So I've got a friend who's very close to the founder and the team. So it does actually deserve a mention. So this team have done a lot. They've moved to base. The project skyrocketed. They've done really well. I mean, if you look at this, this was kind of like an insane run that Metacade had. Still very small at $27 million market cap. But yeah, there you go. I mean, they've moved to base. They've done all of the right things. I have actually asked for an AMA just to, towards gaming season, perhaps for my guy to arrange with the founder, who is a top-notch bloke from what I'm hearing. So, yeah, this project has done, it's done its thing. And, again, from all the things I hear, speaking to one or two whales, I don't hold, excessive amounts of I think I had a small buy, but yeah, he's told me a lot about Metacade and the founder and all of the bullish things. And the last discussion I had with him was to potentially set up an AMA for the community. So yeah, I do like it. If you're holding it, it's not the worst gaming project. Actually, it's outperformed a lot of projects. Danny said, "Are we keeping faith with based AI?" At the start of the program, I did talk about based AI, bro, and see if I can just go back for you and anyone else who's missed that. So, information is very hard to come by when it comes to based AI. That means you've got to go Discord, you've got to dig around. But I thought this was a brilliant post. Big up to Bear Jesus. But what he said here, basically, he spoke to a member of the labs team, Pepe Coin Dev and Based AI. And basically what they said was they are preparing for several key updates and obviously addition to the mainnet as well. And now that is all nearing completion. That's all we can ask for. Staying strong, Alf Gang. Yes, for sure, Moonlight, because the Alf team is building and we are well below the kind of volume that we want. So Based AI is saying they're building, Alf is building as well. We need marketers now. Facts. We need to keep it moving. Sorry for the misunderstanding. So Hyperliquid ecosystem projects, are you bullish on? I think the one that I've actually successfully added to is Vapor. If you're not familiar, the meta died down before this could establish itself. But I had a sense that this was going to be having a similar run to virtuals. And the reason for that is because this is actually pegged to Hyperliquid token. So if you look at the contract, this is built on Hyperliquid. So if you look at vaporware.fun, this is meant to spew out all of these pump.fun style of AI agents onto the Hyperliquid ecosystem. And since Hyperliquid has more money, since it's more Hyperliquid than many chains, could you imagine all of these Vapor tokens being paired with Hyperliquid and bonded to Hyperliquid token? So Hyperliquid does well, and then in addition, they have their pump.fun as well. They've got meme coins and other stuff. So the ecosystem is huge, and that's, I think, where you probably need to just keep some eyes and ears on. It's an entire ecosystem of crazy stuff. I haven't done much here before. Recently, but all you do is send USDT or USDC Arbitrum into Hyperliquid, and then you get into this world of Hyperliquid ecosystem. But yeah, Vapor has been the one for me, but there are other things in there as well. So if I can just show you guys what I'm talking about. Look at these. I mean, no one knows these things. Look at this meme coin here. Per $8 million. The chart is to the right. Hyperfun, $1 million. Vapor over here, $10 million. Sorry, 94 million, 71 million, 30, what is this now? $10 million market cap. But projects are created, every other second on Hyperliquid. And when the market finds the next leg up, I think people will speculate heavily, the whales especially. And don't forget, Hyperliquid is completely decentralized. So it's like dealing in Binance, but with no, no one's in control. Do you still believe in mint layer? I was thinking about buying now. No, I don't believe in. I don't. Do I hold it? Yes. Do I believe? Because hold and believe are totally different things, in my opinion. I think it's not just mint layer. Any of my micro caps are under scrutiny. Potentially, a lot of them are facing what we call in the Premier League relegation. They're in relegation battle. They're going back to the championship. So if the market uptrends, I'll be cutting a ton of these types of projects if I get the opportunity, unless they can show me something they haven't done in the last, 10 months. So the ball is on their court, whether it's mint layer, whether it's Tectum, whether it's Rectum, Shitem, whether it's any of these projects. But I do agree with you, rather buy TET than ML. I think they are both equally as bad, bro. So don't put your good money, buy good projects. If you've got good projects, then go and degen into the low caps, or not just the low caps, but into riskier plays or dead charts. The other reason as well, why would you buy it? It's got like a $200,000 volume, which is absolutely shit. The volume has to be way better for us to speculate. Gatsby, I have no idea what that is, bro. Let's have a look. I've seen the ticker, but let's see what this is. Okay, chart had a pump, got almost to $1, and has pulled back. What is this? Let's have a look. Finding alpha has never been easier. These are the ones I like to use. Answer important questions fast. Next generation on-chain research and analysis suite. So there are a ton of these. Leverage the invincible. So what is this before? Yeah, so it's one of these intelligent applications. This one's built on Ethereum. What I will do, I would try and use something like this. And if it works, fantastic. But as a project, I don't really like to put money into these intelligent, these kind of projects, in my opinion. I actually use a lot of crypto projects for research, whether it's ChainGPT, I don't hold it, and a few more, but it's all about the DApp for me. So yeah, good shout. I'll look into it. But of course, I'll ask it some questions. I'll sign up and do all of that. If it works, it works. If not, then if they don't have a working product, it's very difficult to buy something like this. But what I would say is the pump to almost $1, over 90 cents, came back down. 24-hour trading volume is very, very low. It's probably maybe the listings, but let's see. Yeah, Uniswap. So how long has it been out? Since the back end of last year, October 31st, it came out. So yeah, with no listings, and just on Uniswap alone, that, the low volume doesn't really matter then, to be honest, because obviously not a lot of people are going to go and get projects from DEXs. But yeah, I'll look into it, man. Good shout, bro. Speaking of gaming, thoughts on UNAGI? What is this, man? Ugandan token. You got UNAGI. Yuna. This is what it is. This is pants. Is that what you got? Yeah, nah, this stuff is pants. We keep it moving. Hello, Wolfgang. How are you? It's been a very hard time, brother. Very hard time. It's even worse if you're on this side of the screen because, boy, oh boy, I ain't seen bear bands are hiding out there, man. Not a lot of people are streaming these days or even making content. But you know, you have to face the music, right? It's not about hiding. It's about confronting these things and talking about it. We're at the end of the day, we're a community. We're gonna get some stuff right. Some stuff is gonna go to shit. Some projects are gonna go to zero. That's crypto for you. You got to be prepared. Nothing like a bottle of Volvic. Yeah, it's hard time, brother. Argentina just launched the meme coin. Yeah, let's have a look, man. Live DJing right now. So what's the token name? Messi. Maradona. Let me guess. My friend, one of my brothers in the US called me the other night and said, "Yo, the Central African Republic's coin meme token absolutely went parabolic." What is it called? Libra. Is it on Solana? I think it's on Solana, right? 3.5 billion. No way. No effing way. We got some good brothers from Argentina in the community. Holy crap! Yeah, it is. $700 million volume. What the F? Like, you kidding me, man? Absolutely. Look, market cap right now. Yeah, this is. It looks like it's been made by the same team that made Melania, and we know how that worked out. The future of freedom and growth, Solana token. Yeah, Argentina doesn't need to do this, man. What the F? They've obviously got Lionel Messi. You know, they had Diego Maradona, Batistuta. Why do they need a meme coin for? Taking our liquidity, man. Yeah, now big up to whoever is behind this. It looks like we can officially say, "Doom, another one bites the dust." Give it a couple of days, and you will hear so many people crying on X. Friggin' hell, 2.1 billion. Yeah. And then, of course, somebody going bangs out a $30,000 sale, $40,000. Look at the liquidity on this thing. It's absolutely insane. Content, it's official, guys. Countries are rugged now. These are some of the most scariest metrics you'll ever see. I mean, this is, again, yeah, good luck to that. I'd like to sleep at night. I'll short this. Yeah, definitely. I mean, to be honest with you, it's when it gets on to perpetual, thank you for reminding us. Yeah, guys, set yourself a reminder, even if you're not a trader. Now, be very careful. That stuff is tough. But you've got to really, like, look at this. This will be one hell of a epic short. Trader is a real one. My brother. Guys, smash the like, man. We're having fun out here tonight. So I don't need to connect my wallet to Hyperliquid to move crypto there. I just need to. So what you got to do is go to Hyperliquid, right? And just make sure you're going through, make sure you're connecting your MetaMask, right? You can actually connect other wallets as well. So the best way to trade on Hyperliquid is to send USDC on Arbitrum. Trading fees are absolutely next to nothing. But then once you come here, you are going to land on the futures. So here's a spot. But if you look at this, I mean, it will show you all the different contracts. Now you can see here, you could do 50x here, blah, blah, blah. It's absolutely insane, right? But what you need to do is your initial funds will land on your portfolio, right? And then what you got to do is you got to transfer, after you connect your wallet, you got to transfer it to spot, right? But this is where, you know, your funds will show up in the futures. You just have to go and transfer. Once you transfer, boom, you could just go. It's insane, man, especially if you're doing futures trading. Absolutely nuts here. You know, so yeah, Hyperliquid. I think I might have put out a tutorial video, bro. But there's so much liquidity here. You can actually go long, short, whatever in the market and do it all on here. I have last week I was let me see if anyone. So there's big stuff coming into the DXB community over the coming weeks, especially in our futures platform in the Discord. So I've just done a very nice, because what I've done over the years, I've put millions and millions of dollars of volume into Mexi, Binance, and all of these, but they don't actually do any giveaways for the community. So I have teamed up with CoinW. I'm going to move my own personal trading, but one of the things that they've offered here is something called Prop W. So I'll show you here. So CoinW are coming to our Discord basically to do giveaways, spot, futures, whatever. And also as well, I'll be able to set people up with this thing where they give you funds basically for, like, say, like you pay $50 and you get a $5,000 account or some. So the way they're transitioning into this is basically like Forex, but there's also standard futures. So this is CoinW XDXB giveaway. 3 lucky members get 5,000 USD challenge accounts. But even if you don't want that, at least now when I'm buying spot, I just I don't get any I don't get anything from using Binance or the other guys. So yeah, look out for that. I think they'll also put somebody in charge there who could give signals. So I think it's going to be another very good positive for our community, man. But yeah, this shit, as traders said, look at this. The rugging has started. I don't think this will actually make it to spot futures. This is BS. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Let's have a look. Let's see. I always like doing this actually, which is quite interesting. Let's have a look at the top traders. So this is how crazy it is. Somebody bought 1.1 million and sold 7 million with a 6 million P&L. That's what insiders do, man. But let's see what the snipers have done, because these are all large orders. I'm telling you, this is the same team from Melania. Let's have a look. Look, bought 10 million, sold 15 million, made 5 million in profit. I mean, what kind of absolute degen style, but the snipers would absolutely rock it over here. So this guy bought $250. Sold $250. Holy Lord. Yeah, these, oh man, I love this. I love looking at this. Some of these are bots anyway, but it's quite interesting. Sometimes you'll see an early guy who bought in, say, $500 and made a couple of $100,000. But yeah. Yeah, Kai Network, bro. We've been waiting for Kai to drop. And just like the other ones that we talk about normally, they're smart enough to delay things. This was supposed to launch towards the end of Jan, didn't. And maybe end of this month could be a good time for Kai Network to come out. What up, Bale? Hope you're well, bro. Any idea? Yeah. Any idea why it dropped so much? Thought it was recovering, but it's still down a lot. Yeah, that idea would be, bro, it would be all to do with AVAX. It would also be a massive reason would be the drop that, the AI agents disappeared like meme coins, right? You had AI 16Z coming back to a ridiculous market cap, but there was actually a project that was launched on this. I forgot what it was, but the first major project that was coming out of AI 9000, which is the AI agents platform for AVAX. Perhaps I can show you what that is. You see this thing here? So total seeded agents 2, total market cap, obviously $15 million. Yeah, this is when these narratives come back. But this is why I was saying, like, we've got to be super careful with AI agents because they're going to move like meme coins. They're going to move like meme coins. And at one point, you've got to look at the layer ones that have the AI agents built on it, especially not all of them, but some bullish ones. So if you're bullish overall on AVAX, then things will come around here. I love that, man. Next Casper. I hope so. I hope so, brother. Or it could be a catalyst for proof of work. Guys, how many likes have we got? People are stingy with the likes in the bear market anyway, so. And it's awesome. Bloody hell, man. We lost Kai Havertz, and now we're celebrating, bro. Yeah. Red, that looks like a piece of, I don't even need to look at that twice to know it looks like a solid game. It can be, but love at first sight, right? All right, I'll pass it on ML now. Yeah, bro. Good on you, man. That's financial advice from me, man. I'll owe that one. Have you checked? Yeah, I mean, literally Dynamic Tau. Obviously, I did a video this week about Dynamic Tau. I'm still looking at the subnet plays for the community. There are a few bullish ones. I'm still doing more research into them, but even individual subnets, actually, the likes of Sturdy, the likes of Neural AI, the likes of even Massa. Tau's going to be massive. Tau is going to be what I consider potentially the first 100 billion AI project. And that doesn't mean you go and buy Tau because it's stupid. Like, it's very, unless you're going to put big money in there, I think there's no point. Tau still maybe a 10x, but I love Tau. I think when I buy Tau, I look at mistakes I've made previous in my crypto investment strategy, and what I'm noticing here is the biggest AI project. Forget about ASI and all of that fetch and Forget about all those projects using sellotape to bind each other. Render and Tau are the two big ones in AI/Deepin. And this is initially, they'll be volatile. But obviously dynamic Tau has changed the game. You know, the subnets are growing. The price of the subnets is going to grow exponentially. And then, of course, you know, you've got these smart contracts now. All of a sudden, you're getting new projects like, for example, Shoots. Things are going to get spicy. But yeah, this is Tau subnets will become ultimately a decentralized AI. That's why DeepSeek is not actually bad on not bad for crypto in general. But yeah, that EVM compatibility, right? These blocks, transactions, everything is just going to go absolutely massive. And Tau is at the heart of the ecosystem. But whereas in the past, where you could actually just go and bet on the validator, now what you can do is bet on the subnets themselves. So yeah, I think it's a great time to look at this with its halving emissions, and of course be at least part of the be part of the Tau movement, not by necessarily buying Bitensa Tau, but paying very close attention to the network. And of course, now you can obviously manage staking is live, API access in one place, and you've obviously got a single sign-on ability to do. So yeah, it's very, very good, guys. Salam, bro. Playable is good. I like it a lot. Will the gaming bull run? I think, look, gaming has been one of the worst. So I was looking at narratives today, and largely gaming and Deepin have not done anything of significance. Now, gaming is even worse. I mean, Deepin has had a fairly good run back in March 24. Gaming had a little bit of a run as well back towards from the end of 2023 into March 24, but that's nothing, right? There's nothing significant. The project, the team, I like the team a lot, and of course, it's something that Becca talks about as well. So with gaming, all you're hoping for is the narrative to return. So yeah, I do like that project, but as a narrative, I think we need to watch and see what happens with guns and ultimately what that brings. Weakest sector this bull run. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Done nothing with gaming. Pratik said, I would rather have TED than ML. TED is faster blockchain. Yeah. I agree with you. I mean, comparing those two, the only comparison is that they both say they are layer 2s for Bitcoin with the soft node. But I think the teams is where it's at for both of them, really, if you think about it. The tech on ML is not bad as well, but wallet experience was tough. And yeah, ultimately, I pay respect to volume. When there's volume, there's interest. When there's interest, there's probably more exchanges available and that type of thing. So yeah, they need to get the volumes up big time. So yeah, brilliant. We have done, guys. Can we get some more likes, please? It's very simple. Click on that little like button. This is a public service announcement. Yeah, 100%. Gaming season will be so short. Yeah, it's just going to be pumpage. I think that could be a possibility. What price can Jupiter run this cycle? I think I haven't done a price prediction for Jupe, but it's already what? I mean, in the billions. Hard to say, really. It's up 12%. It had a very good run. You know, it went from under $1 billion to $2 billion here. I still believe, you know, this gets to maybe Could it do a Uniswap? I mean, there's also Radium as well. So there's other dexes on Solana, but this is obviously fully diluted at 6 bill. Yeah, I think this does maybe 5 to 10x from here. What did you decide about Marvia? Nothing. I'm holding it. Yeah, I'm holding it. There's volume in it. It's live. It's off the bottom. So yeah, that's my. In fact, I did actually buy a little bit last week. Called me a degen, but I just thought, you know what? Why not? Just like selling may go away, I thought buy this at the bottom and leave it alone. Bro said, why did you stop future trading? It was your last season. Nah, I never used to. I think you got the wrong guy, bro. I personally, I trade. But nah, I don't give signals or anything like that, bro. But one thing I've done is I've got big things coming into the Discord for the futures. I think that's going to be very, very helpful. Because there's money there. I mean, you just have to have some very good callers, and I've tied up with an exchange that can do that. Of course, we have Pete in there, but Pete is not yeah, it's very risky. So I don't want to put that pressure on any of the traders in our community. I think it has to come from some people that are in it and also know some inside information as well. But you're more than welcome to join us, bro. I'd love to, especially if you trade anywhere. I'd love to have you there on our new futures platform in the Discord that I'm building right now. So you guys, we've done an hour 16, 3:47. So yeah, I've got a little bit of time to sleep. But listen, let's do it again tomorrow. Next week, I'm actually heading over to India for a break. Man's gonna hit the Taj Mahal, and then I'm gonna go to Mumbai for some shopping, explore the world, man. Plan to take my princess to about 100 countries before she turns 15. So yeah, probably have a nice little tour next week. But yeah, India, I'm looking forward to I'm really looking forward to India, bro. Like, anytime, brother. What a goat. Thank you so much, Pratik. I'm really looking forward to India, man. The food and the lifestyle is obviously you've got massive, like, you know, first class, 5-star, 7-star hotels that you can go to. Not 7-star, but you got very good 5-star hotels. You can go there. The food is incredible. You may see me in Bollywood, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, you have a lovely week. I've got one more live stream to do before I go on holiday, and that'll be tomorrow night. And yeah, God bless you all. Stay safe there. I think we had an excellent live stream. If you liked it, give us a like. Working hard on behalf of the community. And definitely, guys, look, we will definitely make money in this cycle, because all of this psychology of what coins we're looking at, we need to focus on selling. You know, we sit on our bags. Next time round, we have to sell. All right. God bless you all, guys. Have a wonderful night. Take care.